Hi everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Inverse here, another episode of Magic Duels. So for today's episode we're going to be looking at a Sultai, so a blue, black, green Reanimator deck. So the whole point of this deck is to dump cards into our graveyard and bring them back for a much cheaper fashion. So we're looking to get some of our fatties into the graveyard and bring them back using spells such as Cruel Revival and Necromantic Summons to get them straight onto the battlefield for only 5 mana, which is pretty sweet. So let's get started. So we've got Jace Vryn's Prodigy. Now this is a great card for getting those early cards into the graveyard. So basically at the beginning of the game we can tap him to draw a card, then discard a card, so we can use it to find cards that we want to, like for example we could draw it to find a Reanimator and then at the same time put one of the cards that we want to reanimate into our graveyard at the same time. We've got 3 copies of Screeching Scab, so it's a nice early game creature, nice 2/1 body, which also puts the top 2 cards of our library into our graveyard, so it's going to start filling our graveyard with those cards we want to reanimate. We've got Telling Time to find any missing pieces which we might need, so such being mana or a Reanimator card, something like that, so we can basically put one card, so we look at the top 3 cards of our library, put one into our hand, one on top of our library, and another one at the bottom of our library. Liliana, so on her own, she's not really particularly good in a Reanimator deck, but it's her ultimate ability that we really want for a Reanimator deck. So whenever a creature dies, return it to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of the next end step. So yeah, she's like the ultimate Reanimator card in the deck, if we can get her there. Fleshbag Marauder, so we can use this to force our opponent to sacrifice a creature, which is quite nice. A couple of copies of Reclamation Sage just to deal with any what's the one I'm looking for? Any artifacts that our opponent might play, so dealing with things like Thopter Spy Network, any of the retreat cards, stuff like that. Got a couple of copies of From Beyond, so we can use this as a sort of a pseudo ramp card, and also for like a late game searcher for Ulamog if we need to find him. A couple of copies of Languish to help clear away any aggro decks, so just that -4/-4 ability is great for just sweeping the board for any 4 mana. Or Bitter Revelation, so this is a great card. So not only what it allows us to do is it allows us to look at the top 4 cards of our library. We can put 2 of them into our hand and 2 of them into our graveyard, so which is pretty fantastic considering you could look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You could find maybe a mana card you're missing, a Reanimator card, and then find like an Ulamog or maybe another big creature card which you can put in your graveyard, play that 5th mana, reanimate it. It's just a nice utility card for this deck. We've got Possessed Scab, which allows us to return target instant, sorcery or creature card from our graveyard to our hand. So if we've accidentally dumped a Reanimator card in the graveyard, if we draw Possessed Scab, it's going to allow us to bring it back. We've then got 3 copies of Necromantic Summons and 3 Rise from the Grave, so it's not I got the wrong card at the beginning. So Necromantic Summons is probably the key one. So basically with the Spell Mastery it allows us to not only reanimate a creature but put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. And then Rise from the Grave basically does a similar thing but without the counters, so it's just 6 copies of almost the same card, but yeah, one's slightly better than the other one, but it does have the Spell Mastery. We've got Obnixilis to help us draw cards, and also we can use it to destroy an opponent's creature which we may want to reanimate ourselves. Got Green Ward of Marassa, so it's a nice big body on its own, but also when it enters the battlefield we can return target creature card from our graveyard to my hand, and also when it dies we may return target creature card from my graveyard to my hand as well, which is quite nice. So it's a nice Reanimator. And then we come to the fatties of the deck, so we've got Gaia's Revenge, Plated Crusher and Ulamog. So these 3 are the cards we want to dump into our graveyard fairly early and then reanimate with the 5 mana reanimate spells, as they are 7, 7 and 10 mana what's the word I'm looking for? Respectively. That's the word I'm looking for. So yeah, and also the good thing about all of these cards is that they're either kind of like hexproof, well, Gaia's Revenge is pseudo hexproof. It can't be countered and can't be the target of non-green spells or abilities, so it's like anti-burn and anti-counter. Plated Crusher is not anti-trample, but it is anti-burn, and then Ulamog is just indestructible and, you know, it's an amazing card. In terms of the mana base, we're running 4 islands, 3 swamps, 3 forests. We're then running the 2 Lumbering Falls, 2 Sunken Hollows, 2 Woodland Cemeteries, 2 Drowned Catacombs, 2 Mortuary Mires, again a nice Reanimator card as it basically allows us to take a creature card from our graveyard and put it on top of our library, and then the 4 Evolving Wilds, which are pretty important for a 3 colour deck. So that's the deck, let's go play some games. Okay guys, here we are for game number 1. I could not read that name at all, so I'll check it in a second. What have we got here? We are going to be drawing a new hand there, whereas this one we are keeping. We've got Jace, 2 Evolving Wilds, a Screeching Scab, so all we really need now is a Reanimator card, and we're basically laughing. We've got Plated Crusher, so we can put that into our graveyard using Jace. So we'll start off with the Evolving Wilds. That's going to allow us to find ourselves probably a black source is quite important at this point. So yeah, I think that's probably a good way to go. So yeah, we're playing the rank 21 Curbinardly. I think I could pronounce that. So he is going to be doing nothing. Turn 1, so he's going to pop Evolving Wilds, find us a black source. So we'll get the Swamp, like so. Perfect. So I think we'll then... Oh, look at that. Rise from the Grave. It's like it read my mind. So we'll drop the Drowned Catacomb and the Jace Vryn's Prodigy, which is, like I said, it's going to allow us to start tapping every turn from now on, so we can put Plated Crusher into the graveyard with that mechanism. We've also got Screeching Scab to do it too, and then we've got Rise from the Grave on turn 5 to then find us that to bring it back, which is quite nice. So really a pretty good position right now. We've got basically all the tools that we need for a Reanimator deck already in place. So we've got the ability to put something into the graveyard. Oh, look at that, second Rise from the Grave. So I think we'll play out the Evolving Wilds, skip over combat, skip attack, play out Screeching Scab this turn just in case we, dump Olamog in there straight away. Would be pretty cool. So what do we mostly dump in there? Rex Sage and another Swamp, which isn't too bad. We'll pop this on our end step along with Jace as well. So we probably want to put Plated Crusher into the graveyard if possible. So we're playing white-black at the moment, so maybe life gain allies would be my guess. He hasn't played anything yet, so I'm assuming that he's looking for maybe that first ally to play and start triggering. And I've just realised he's also playing a fat stack, so he's got like 1, 2, 3, so complete disregard. So what's he's targeting Jace, so I may as well use Jace now. Okay, we found a third Rise from the Grave, so we may as well put Plated Crusher in the graveyard already. And then, oops-a-daisy, we'll pop Evolving Wilds, find, I don't know, maybe another green source or a blue source. I don't think we've got a basic blue land, so we may as well get one of them in play. So yeah, all we need now is one more mana, and that's going to allow us to... Here we go, we've actually found Telling Time, which is pretty cool. So next turn we should be able to bring back Plated Crusher. So maybe we're not playing life gain if he's playing complete disregard. At least we managed to, at least we've got the ability to tap Jace before he was destroyed there. So we'll play Telling Time on his end step. So maybe it's like white-black control, maybe? So yeah, we've got 3 Rise from the Graves, which is absolutely crazy. We've got all 3 copies of it in our hand. As I said, this turn we'll be playing Telling Time, because it's going to allow us to hopefully find that key 5th mana this turn. Yep, he's playing life gain, so we're now going to play Telling Time. This is going to find us... we'll get Liliana, I think, maybe? And then, do we want Possessed Scab or do we want Languish? I think we might grab Languish here. So we've drawn Liliana. So we didn't find the mana that we wanted, unfortunately. But that's going to be fine. We do have Liliana to help with that. And he's got Mortuary Mire, which isn't really going to do much for him. So it's unfortunate we didn't find a mana 3 cards deep this particular turn. We do have Languish to potentially keep us in this, though. I might just swing with Possessed Scab. I don't care about it right now. I'm just desperate for that 5th mana to actually find, what's it called, Plated Crusher, or reanimate Plated Crusher anyway. I may as well play Liliana this turn. I mean, if she were to die, if I did play Languish, for example, and wipe out his board, I wouldn't really care too much about getting rid of Liliana, as I have a Rise from the Grave to bring her back anyway. I mean, I'd also be tempted to bring back Drana's Emissary if I languished, so it all works out for me, really. I've got 3 copies to reanimate whatever the hell I like. Yeah, I just want to figure out how many cards he's got in his deck. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So he's got 12. He's got 64 cards in... Is that 64? It must be 64. Have I counted that wrong? 12 on top of 52. Yeah, 64. So he's slightly above what he should have. I just got like... Oh no, it's because I've dumped some in my graveyard, haven't I? That's why mine's slightly lower. He's still got a fat stack. I mean, he's still running like 4 more cards than he should be. Okay, he's played 2 Drana's Emissaries out, so this is almost worth languishing. If I don't find that 5th mana this turn, it is definitely worth languishing, I think. So he's probably not going to swing here. I mean, if I find a 5th mana, I'm tempted to swing anyway, just because I could then reanimate his Drana's Emissary, and my Plated Crusher, and my Liliana, so... 5th mana? Okay, we found Mortuary Mire, which will be untapped this turn, so what I might do is languish now, then put Liliana back on top of my deck. So yeah, we're just going to languish. Just going to wipe his board. Make him more Sad Panda. Then we're going to Mortuary Mire. Then what we can then do is put Liliana back on top of my library so we can replay her later. What we're probably going to do first of all next turn, however, is rise from the grave the Plated Crusher, just so we've got a nice big threat on the board. That got Trample as well. It does have Trample and Hexproof, which is kind of sweet. So he's now going to play out a Malakir Familiar. And a Perilous Mirror. Okay, fair enough. But we're about to, you know, go completely crazy with the 3 rise from the graves here, so she's kind of funny. So we're just going to rise from the grave. We're going to choose Plated Crusher. So we'll grab one of his Drana's Emissaries later on, I think. Would probably be a good idea. Just because we may as well use his creatures against him. So we've now got our own 7/6 Plated Crusher, which is a zombie and hexproof. We may as well start swinging with that like every turn, I suppose. So Fly and Death Touch. Whenever you gain life, Malakir Familiar gets +1/+1 until end of turn. I mean, is he going to swing? I'm assuming he probably will with the Malakir Familiar. No, he decided not to. Fair enough. It does have Death Touch though, so I mean, do I really want to swing with the Plated Crusher? So we've got Screeching Scab. So do I play out Liliana, or do I just bring back one of his Drana's Emissaries this turn? Which could be kind of funny, just to like watch him kind of like start losing health and me gain it. So yeah, why not? We'll go to his graveyard and we're going to pull back a Drana's Emissary. We're just going to skip attack for now. We may as well wait to play Liliana until we know that we can actually flip her. Okay, so he's played out a Blood Bomb Vampire. So basically whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on Blood Bomb Vampire. Okay. Could almost do with bringing back Languish again here. Just for like total hilarity. Would be nice if I got like one of my... what's what I'm looking for? Do I have any way of bringing something back? Like, for example... just have a look through here. I've got no way of actually kind of flashing back Languish at the moment without a Possessed Scab. He's just wondering what he's going to do. Like, for example, if he were to swing with the Malakir Killblade, I would just use Drana's Emissary to destroy it. And then I could always then bring it back again with a 3rd rise from the grave. So he's not doing anything here. He's like run out of lifelink, mostly because he was like relying upon the Drana's Emissaries, I think. Why would you just swing with the 1/1? I suppose so because he could actually kill the Drana's Emissary, so I'm just going to skip blocking there. Yeah, you can have the 1 damage. So I'm probably going to play out Liliana this turn, just because it's then going to mean that I can then flip her. So I'm going to gain 1 life, he's going to lose 1 life. Ooh, we do have Fleshbag Marauder, which is quite nice as well for later on. So if we drop the Liliana, and then maybe the Screeching Scab as well. Could do that. Yeah, let's do that, why not? We may as well dump some more stuff in our graveyard. We'll just get an extra creature out. We've got Fleshbag Marauder, so we can always sacrifice that one next turn. Or we get rid of just 2 lands. It's not too bad. Skip attack. No point swinging right now. What's he going to do? Oh, he's going to gain life. Oh, I forgot about you. So that one's actually going to gain... That's going to get +1'd. So I almost want to kind of like swing next turn with the Plated Crusher just to kill this thing, get out of the way, like swing with maybe like these two. Kind of, I need to like whittle down his creatures essentially, just so I can Fleshbag Marauder this thing. So I can always bring back other stuff later on. I can always re-bring back the Plated Crusher. So, okay, so he's played another Malakir Familiar. Let's see what he does. Come on, Mr. Kebun Lally. So yeah, this is going to be a long game. Like Reanimator, it's interesting. I'll give it that. So he's going to flip the Stonehaven, or he's obviously going to tap the Stonehaven Medic, which is going to pump up you, and I could do with getting rid of that somehow. I don't know how I'm going to do it. It's interesting. I don't think I've got any targeted removal. I suppose I should like maybe put in the. So he's going to swing with this one. I'm tempted to just like kill it with the Drana's Emissary. Now we'll skip attack for now. Could really do with Languish again. That would be nice. So that's going to gain me a life and lose him a life. Okay, we found Evolving Wilds. Can I actually just play out Fleshbag Marauder maybe? He will get rid of my Drana's Emissary, I suppose. Tell you what, we're going to swing with the 7/6. This will go big here. We've got a Rise from the Grave to bring it back. Plus it will then flip Liana as well, which would be quite nice. So he's going to sacrifice that one. So we'll get rid of one of the Malakir Familiars. So he's going to double block with you. Okay, so he's going to try and get rid of my Drana's Emissary this turn. So Liliana's going to flip. Here we go. We do get our zombie creature as well, don't we? So then, what do I rise from the grave here? Do I rise from the grave? So if I play out Fleshbag Marauder, he's probably going to sacrifice, for example, the Malakir Familiar, because he doesn't want to get rid of the Stonehaven Medic. And I can then re-rise from the grave the Plated Crusher next turn. So yeah, I think we do this. And then see what he does. Oh yeah, we got to choose a creature sacrifice. Probably just the Screeching Scab, as we can potentially bring it back if we need to. So I don't actually want a +1 return target non-legendary creature from converting mana cost X from your graveyard to the battlefield. Ooh, I could actually force him to sacrifice another creature. But that would actually kill Liliana, so maybe not this turn. So yeah, he decided to sacrifice the, interesting. I did not think he was going to do that. May as well pop Evolving Wilds now then. I suppose that means that he can actually, push through 2 damage to Liliana this turn. Although basically what I'm going to do is, probably, if he decides to swing with the Blood Bomb Vampire, I can just double block. And then next turn I will be rising from the grave, don't know, Plated Crusher maybe? So he's going to play Ondu Rising. Okay, so he gets lifelink from this. Quite a lot of life, actually. Oh my god. Will Blood Bomb Vampire die if I double block now? This is an interesting conundrum. This doesn't have First Strike. Or does it gain First Strike? No, it just gets... So he does have now... He doesn't... Oh, he's going to be able to kill Liliana with the planes. That's really sucky. Well, I can't actually kill both of these this turn. That's the main thing. So he's going to swing with all of these. That doesn't get lifelink. So he's not going to swing with the Blood Bomb Vampire. Let's try to see what he does now. So he's going to swing with everything. So do I sacrifice Liliana? So these all get lifelink. Now, do I sacrifice Liliana and kill it with these 2 creatures? Or do I double block and keep her alive? Now, I think I'm going to kill Bloodborne Vampire. I think this should, in theory, kill this before the lifelink goes through. So kill it before it gets pumped up. I hope that's the case anyway. I'm going to have to sacrifice... I think I was going to have to sacrifice Liliana anyway. She was going to die. So yeah, that one got destroyed. So this one thankfully didn't push through that much damage this turn. This is a tough match. Like, it's interesting. Like, I thought I had the upper hand. Like, but to somehow get a Languish, I'd win, I think. Okay, so we're going to rise from the grave. Now, what do we get? Do we get Plated Crusher? I think that's probably the best thing here. Just because it's a huge fatty creature. So we'll hold open the swamp just in case we need it. So I think we need to play this one basically, because it allows us to block the planes essentially. So sorry, Liliana, we had to sacrifice you. Would have been nice to have got her ultimate ability, but I think it was better to actually kill the Bloodborne Vampire. So he decided not to swing this turn. Interesting choice. Oh, come on. Now he's going to top deck mana, aren't we? So do I swing here? Because he can kill it, so actually I'm not going to swing here. I'm going to be cautious. Because he can actually, you know, death touch it, so I'd rather not do that. I can block the planes and then, you know, swing myself. So he's got a Perilous Mirror, okay. It's not too bothered by that either. Almost do with the Necromantic Summons now, just to like bring back one of his Drana's Emissaries. Be like a nice 4. So I doubt he's going to swing. He could swing with the Malakir Familiar, although that would then allow me to start swinging at his face, so it's all swings and roundabouts. Anything good? Ooh, Telling Time. I'm going to play you now, just because it could find me something really useful. So Necromantic Summons I want, and Possessed Scab I want. So do I Necromantic Summons, I don't know, for example, the Drana's Emissary now? That could be quite useful. Just because it's going to give me 2 threats on the board that way. And I could then potentially swing with Plated Crusher. Or do I then, or could... Ooh, it's tough choice, tough choice. I don't think we're going to swing. But I think we are going to Necromantic Summons his graveyard. We'll grab one of his Drana's Emissaries again. And that should come on as a 4/4 creature as well. We've also got the Possessed Scab, so we can bring back Languish if we need to. So the Possessed Scab is coming down next turn, so we could grab either Possessed Scab, we could either grab Languish, or we could grab another Necromantic Summons and actually grab another one of his Drana's Emissaries, which could also be kind of hilarious, having 2 4/4 Drana's Emissaries on the battlefield. Which would be reduced down to 2 after I swung to get rid of his Malakir Familiar, which would then... Yeah, I think that's probably the best play here. So we bring back Necromantic Summons, grab his second Drana's Emissary, and then we should be fine. So just waiting to see what Mr. Cabernadelli? I don't know. Come on, mate, hurry up. I think this is just going to be a one match video at this rate. You know, this is taking a little while. I think we've finally got the upper hand. It's taken a little while, but this guy is just stalling the hell out, isn't he? My God. Come on. Oh. Tell you what, guys, I am aching all over at the moment. Me and the wife have decided to start doing the Insanity workout. I don't know if any of you have heard of it, but it is killer. It's not called Insanity for nothing. It is absolutely really quite tough on your body. I mean, my legs have been killing for like the last kind of like 3 or 4 days since we started it. Like, it started off with the calves, then it travelled to the glutes. Now my knees are hurting, and it's just like travelling all over. Is this guy just like trying to waste time now? I mean, it's given me enough time to start moaning about bloody my ailments at the moment. He's just sat there like, Arr! He's just running down the clock, isn't he? So yeah, he's done nothing. Is he going to try? No, he's just done absolutely nothing there. Okay, interesting. So Drana's Emissary is obviously going to proc for us. What's he doing? Don't tell me, is he just trying to waste like as much time as possible? Does he know he's lost and it's just like being a complete douche monkey now? I think that's probably the case. I think he's just doing it on purpose, like to just waste like a huge amount of time. It's like he knows that I've now got a massive upper hand, and he's just literally just trying to be a pain in the posterior. My workout's caused out already. I don't need you doing it as well, mate. Okay, so yeah, we've got Possessed Scab. So I'm actually going to swing with Drana's Emissary this turn. See what he does. Is he going to block with the Malakir Familiar? Because he doesn't know I've got Possessed Scab. Which is kind of funny. Oh my god, this guy is literally just wasting time now. Yeah, he's just being a complete douchebag. So then we're just going to drop Possessed Scab. So he'll actually let the 4 damage go through, and we're just going to bring back the Necromantic Summons again. Because why not? This is why this is kind of hilarious. Yeah, I'm enjoying this deck. It's slow. Like, it could be faster. I think, this, like, obviously we're just playing against somebody... Okay, so he's got a Girthman Swift Wing, so that's got flying and first strike. See what he does now. So he swung with the land, interesting, and the Perilous Mere. So I think we're just going to block you. No, he won't block you, actually. We'll just block you. I mean, we're probably going to lose Possessed Scab, but hey-ho. I think he wanted me to block the land there. So that's going to be goodbye to Possessed Scab. So Drana's Emissary is going to trigger. Oh, guys, revenge. Yes, hello. Where have you been all my life? So we're actually going to play you this turn. And then just swing with everything here, I think. We're going for it. We're going for it, guys. We've got Necromantic Summons to bring it back, potentially. So anything that we want to bring back. It's like, which one do you choose? So he's going to Death Touch the Plated Crusher. If we, he can make up his mind. Nope, he's just going to let all of it go through. Nope, he's going to Death Touch the Guy's Revenge instead. Works for me. So we push through 11 damage here. So he's down to 6. So we're going to be taking 5 damage at the moment. Does that get pumped up at all? No, he's just been replaced with AI, so that probably means he's got nothing. Well, this has been an entertaining match, even if it has taken us, over 20 minutes to finish it. So he loses a life. Okay, so we've actually got Fleshbag Marauder here. So what we're actually going to do is Necromantic Summons the Guy's Revenge, just because, shits and giggles and all that. Pardon my language. Though no other way to put it, really. And then we just finish him off. So we push through the last of the damage with the Plated Crusher, I think. There we go. Excellent. Wow, that took a long time, but it was fun. So it's also got that going for it. Oh my god, yeah, look at that. That was a lot of fun, that match. Reanimator, it can stay. I enjoyed that. That was good fun, that was. We got all the bonus gold and all that fun stuff. Okay, so that is the end of the episode for now. So this was my Friday Night Magic deck tech and gameplay. So as always, guys, don't forget to comment and like if you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.